Very good morning, class. So, continuing forward with the chapter which we started, Maths 2. Yesterday, we finished off with the sums dealing with involving tabular format. So, as you all saw, class, this was the slide which I shared with you all yesterday. That is, we finished off with sums involving tabular form, wherein you prepare the table and then you draw the formulation part of the LPP. Today class, our focus will be on the sums in which you will be getting your inequations directly. That means there is no need to draw the table because it is not possible to draw the table and derive the solution from this. So pay attention class while I'm teaching you all the sums. So moving forward, as I explained you all yesterday also, there are some hints which you have to remember. Whenever you come across the minimum word problem, always look for the words requirement, use the word requirement. Apart from that, in place of minimum, you can also use the words such as at least or not less than. Similarly, as far as the maximum word problem is concerned, we have to use the word availability, and the other words for maximum are at most or not more than. So with this, we continue with our exercise 6.1, the remaining sums. Coming to sum number 9. The company makes concrete bricks made up of cement and sand. The weight of a concrete brick has to be at least 5 kg. Okay. And the cost of cement, the cement costs rupees 20 per kg and sand costs rupees 6 per kg. The strength consideration dictate that a concrete brick should contain minimum 4 kg of cement and not more than 2 kg of sand. Formulate the LPP for the cost to be minimum. Now class, if you all paid attention, I have underlined some words. At least, the other name for at least is minimum. Another word for minimum is not more than. So class, if you all paid attention, oh, I'm sorry. Minimum doesn't means not more than means maximum. So class, if you all paid attention, I told you all the word problems containing at least, at most, not more than. If you come across such words, you will have to get the answer directly. Table form will not be made in these kind of sums. So class, up till now, whatever sums we finished, there were these words were missing. At least, not more than. These words were not at all used. So in whichever word problems you find these words to be repeated or coming again and again, that means in such kind of sums, we have to solve the sums directly. All right. So the same question I'll be asking you all. What is the objective you found out class in this particular sum? So the first thing you have to answer is, what's the objective? Very good. You all found out the objective. So the objective here is minimization of cost. Now what are the constraints? The constraints are nothing but mixture of cement and sand. Which are the decision variables? The decision variables is the concrete brick, which is made up of cement, and the one which is made up of sand. So we'll assume that let the concrete brick made up of cement be X and the concrete brick made up of sand be Y. So clear with this? Coming forward to the solution, pay attention. So let the concrete bricks made up of cement be X and the concrete bricks made up of sand be Y. So as per the condition, the required inequations are. So class, as I told you, you have to get the answers directly. Now, how will you get the answers directly? So if you read the question very carefully, in that it was written that the weight of the brick. Now the weight means the total weight. Now how will the total weight be derived? By combining the mixture of cement and sand together. So basically, as per the condition, the total weight of the brick, whatever you all are making, should be at least 5. At least means minimum 5, or it can be more than 5 kg. So the first inequation which I have written here is x plus y is greater equal to 5. Okay. Then what other thing was mentioned is that the strength dictate that there should be minimum 4 kgs of cement. So minimum means 4 kgs of cement. Cement we have taken to be as x. So x is greater equal to 4. And that of sand should be not more than means maximum it should be 4 kgs, 2 kgs. So y less than equal to 2, because not more than means maximum, and for maximum we use the sign less than equal to. Followed class, I repeat it again. The total weight should be at least 5 kg. So x plus y greater equal to 5. The strength indicate that the cement should be minimum 4 kg. So x greater equal to 4. And that of sand should be not more than 2 kgs. So y less than equal to 2. So all our constraints are written over here. Once we are done with the constraint, I told you all you have to write the non-negative constraint. So x comma y greater equal to 0. The cost was given per unit of cement and sand. So the objective function z is equal to 20x plus 6y. So whatever cost, whatever income, whatever profit, revenue, all should be your objective function. So the required LPP formulation is as follows. Minimize z is equal to 20x plus 6y, subject to constraints, all the 3 constraints, and at the last we write the non-negative constraint. So followed the first sum class. All right. Moving forward with the next question. Question number 8. If John drives a car at a speed of 60 km per hour, he will have to spend 5 rupees per kilometer on petrol. If he is driving at a faster speed of 90 km per hour, the cost of petrol increases to 8 rupees per kilometer. He has rupees 600 to spend on petrol and wishes to travel the maximum distance within an hour. Formulate the above LPP as normal. So class, this is a sum related to time, distance and speed. So remember, in the hint I have told you all, sums based on time, distance and speed also will be solved directly. So first you have to tell me what is the objective over here. What is the objective of John? That he wishes to travel maximum distance. Correct. So the objective is to cover maximum distance. Now, what are the constraints? Now, he has to cover maximum distance within certain limit. Now, what is the constraint over here? The speed, that is the time. Correct. Speed and the cost of petrol. So, if he is driving at a speed, he has to travel maximum distance within an hour. So basically he has 2 constraints over here, that is speed to hai depending upon the time, and petrol he will require. He have to spend money also. So cost of petrol. These are the constraints. So what will be the decision variables? The decision variables will be, let the distance 1 be x, that he is traveling at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. And the distance that he'll cover, the second distance, it be y, that he'll be covering as per 90 kilometers per hour. So is the question clear? So basically the distance covered at 60 kilometers is x, 90 kilometers is y, and this distance he have to cover within an hour, that is within 60 minutes. Also, if at 60 kilometers he is driving, he will have to spend 5 rupees per kilometer for petrol. At 90 kilometers, he will have to spend 8 rupees petrol. So 5x and 8y together he can spend only 600. He will not spend a single rupee extra. That means maximum he has 600 rupees to spend. Okay. So this is what we are gonna solve here. So pay attention. Let the distance traveled by John at a speed of 60 km be x and distance traveled by John at a speed of 90 kilometers be y. So as per the condition, the required inequations are, you remember the formula TDS, time is equal to distance upon speed. I told you he'll be covering the maximum distance within an hour. So distance was x at a speed of 60 kilometers. So x upon 60. Distance traveled 90 kilometers was taken as y. So y upon 90, which is less than equal because maximum 1 hour time he has got. So less than equal to 1. So 1 means the maximum time. Also, I told you all money factor is there. So 5x, that is as per 60 kilometers if he is traveling, plus 8y if he is traveling y kilometers. He has to spend that much, less than equal to maximum. He has only 600 rupees to be spent. So once the inequations are done, we write down the non-negative constraint x comma y greater equal to 0. Also, if I talk about the objective function, so what was the objective? Covering maximum distance. So the objective will be covering the maximum distance, that is x plus y together. So that is his objective function. So we can write it in LPP format as maximize z is equal to x plus y subject to both your constraints, and at the last you will write your non-negative constraint. So followed class how you have to do the sums without table. So sums related to if there is any person's name like John, sums related to time, distance and speed, sums related to bank, investment, any person's name, all these type of sums will be solved directly without making any table. So coming to the next question, Shraddha wants to invest at most 25,000 in savings certificate and fixed deposit. So now this is Shraddha. So there is a person's name. Also saving certificate, fixed deposit, investment, we are talking about bank and investment sums. So again, this particular sum will be solved directly without any table. She wants to invest at least 10,000 in saving certificate and at least 15,000 in fixed deposit. The rate of interest is 5% on savings and 7% on FD. So you have to formulate the above LPP to determine the maximum yearly income. So as you all saw class, the words at most, at least are repeated more than once. So in all these sums, you have to solve the sums directly without making any table. So class, this is an assignment. I am not solving. I have given this sum as an assignment. So you all will have to practice this particular sum. Okay. The solution I've already shared, so no need to worry. So first you can ask yourself what is the objective over here, what are the different constraints, and what can be the decision variables. So in short, I can tell you all the objective is nothing but she should get maximum income. Objective is that constraint, she can only deposit in 2 certificates, that is one is saving and the other is FD. The decision variables can be saving certificate, she can take X, and FD she can take Y. Now maximum she has got at most किसका दूसरा नाम होता है maximum. That means 25,000 से 1 रुपए एक्स्ट्रा वो खर्चा नहीं करने वाली. So at most she can deposit 25,000 दोनों का मिला के. So what can be the first equation? In equation X plus Y less than equal to, because in maximum opposite sign comes, 25,000. Now she wants to invest at least 10,000 in savings. So savings we have taken the variable as X. So at least is the other name for minimum. So in minimum with sign come greater equal to. So X greater equal to 10,000. Similarly for fixed deposit, she can invest at least 15,000. So Y greater equal to 15,000. So after the inequations are done, you can write your non-negative constraint and income when you deposit, you get it in the form of interest. So what is the percentage? 5% and 7%. So 5x upon 100 plus 7y upon 100. This can be your objective function. So we have discussed it orally. I hope you all can practice that. Solution I have also already shared, but you will see the solution only after solving your sum. So you can cross check that. So with this class, we have finished with exercise 6.1. Now, as far as sum number 5 is concerned of this particular exercise, there is some printing mistake, which I'll let you know in some time what will be the correction in that particular sum. Apart from that, I have finished all the word problems of exercise 6.1. Now, for your practice class, in order to check whether you all understood the formulation part of the word problem or not, you can solve miscellaneous exercise sums number 8 to 15. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for practice. These are all related to your formulation of LPP word problems, what we recently finished. So till then, class, stay safe and take care. I'll give you all the corrections of the 5th sum in the further lectures. All right. So we stop here for today, and I hope you all are practicing. And if any doubt, please let me know through message on WhatsApp. All right. Thank you so much, class. We stop here.